Hello everyone, I am Arjun, working as assistant professor at Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. So today we are going to discuss a topic, gearbox. So first a small introduction about powertrain before discussing gearbox. A transmission system uses clutch, gearbox, propeller shaft and a differential gear to transmit power from the engine to the wheels. Okay, so a transmission system means including all these components. Okay, with the help of all these components, the power which is produced by the engine is transmitted to the wheels for the propulsion of our vehicle. The power may be transmitted to the rear wheels or front wheels or all the wheels based on the drive which we are choosing. So there are, we know that we have front wheel drive, rear wheel drive and all wheel drive. Based on the drive, the power will be transmitted. The clutch and gearbox plays a vital role in the transmission system. Okay, the clutch is mainly used to temporarily connect as well as disconnect the engine power with the transmission system, and the gearbox is the major component which plays a vital role to control the engine power to transmit, which is being transmitted to the wheels. When the engine is in a ideal speed, ideal running condition, when gears are not being messed, infinite amount of power will be generated by the engine. Okay, so that power is cannot be given to the wheels. That is uncontrollable power. So to control the power, to transmit the controlled power, the gearbox is used. Okay, so different set of gearbox gears are available. So different set of gears are produced to control the power which is produced by the engine, and with the help of those gears, the controlled power will be transmitted to the vehicle. Okay, with the help of this gearbox, the power which is transmitted to the vehicle will be in an economical way. Okay, now so we can discuss about gearbox. The gearbox is necessary in transmission system to maintain the engine speed at the most economical value under all conditions of the vehicle movement. That's what I have said earlier. So with the help of this gearbox, the controlled amount of power will be transmitted to the wheels, and only due to this the power will be transmitted and the economical value can be attained. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about some basic types of gearbox. So the basic types are sliding mesh gearbox, constant mesh gearbox, synchro mesh gearbox and planetary gearbox. First we can see about sliding mesh gearbox. So in sliding mesh gearbox, here you can see there is a clutch shaft. In the clutch shaft, the clutch gear is attached. Okay, and with that, a gear and a lay shaft arrangement is fixed. Okay, in the lay shaft arrangement, there are some gears which are stationary. Okay, which will not move. Okay, and there is a separate gear arrangement, gear size arrangement for separate gears in the lay shaft. Okay, when the clutch is engaged, okay, when the clutch is disengaged, that means the power will be transmitted from the engine to the gearbox. Okay, the clutch shaft rotates, the clutch gear rotates. Due to the rotation of clutch gear, the entire lay shaft will be rotating. Okay, so due to the rotation of the lay shaft, all the gears in the lay shaft will rotate permanently. Okay, when the clutch is being released, the rotation of the clutch shaft stops. Okay, the rotation of the clutch shaft stops, so that the clutch gear will stop its movement and the lay shaft will slow down. Okay, so during the engagement of first gear, the clutch pedal will be pressed and the power will be disconnected and the lay shaft slows down. Okay, the movement of lay shaft will be stopped, and the driver will alter the gear to the first gear. So when the driver alters the gear, you can see the main shaft will adjust. Okay, there will be splines in the main shaft. So in the splines, the particular gear will move in a to and fro motion, and the first gear will move towards the first gear means D. The gear D will move towards the left side direction, and it will get meshed with the gear C. Okay, this is the engagement of first gear, and when the first gear is engaged, the driver will release the clutch pedal, and the power will flow. Okay, the power will flow, and the clutch shaft rotates, the clutch gear rotates, the lay shaft rotates, so the power will be transmitted. The power flow will be like A, B, C and D. Okay, A, B, C, D, because the power will be transmitted in that way. A and B will be meshed, and the driver has engaged the first gear, so the gear D will slide to the left and it will be meshed with gear C. Okay, so gear C will be rotating, and due to the rotation of gear C, the gear D will be rotating. So the power flow will be A, B, C, D. Okay, so when the driver needs to shift to the second gear, the driver again engages the clutch. The clutch will be engaged. The power transmission will be stopped. The rotation of the lay shaft will be stopped. Okay, then the driver will move the gear lever, and he engages the gear 2. During the engagement of gear 2, you can see the gear D, which is meshed with gear C, will slide to the right and it will get unmeshed. At the same time, the gear F will move to the right and it will get meshed with gear E. Okay, and then the second gear will be engaged. Okay, second gear will be engaged. So now the power flow will be A, B, E, F. Okay, A, B, E, F. Like that, the power will flow and the vehicle speed will be increased. For high speed, that is for top speed, again the driver will engage the clutch, the power transmission will be stopped, and the clutch shaft as well as the main shaft will be directly connected. The clutch shaft and the main shaft will be directly connected, and the high speed power will be transmitted. So for reverse gear, you can see there is a separate gear G assembly in the lay shaft, and the same procedure, the clutch will be engaged and the driver alters the gear so that the main shaft will be disconnected and the gear D will move to its right and it will get engaged with the gear G arrangement, and the reverse movement will be achieved. Okay, so this is the sliding mesh gearbox. So now we can see about constant mesh gearbox. The name itself says it's a constant mesh gearbox. So all the particular gears will be meshed with those particular gears. For example, the gear in the main shaft will be constantly meshed with the corresponding gears in the lay shaft or counter shaft. Okay. Here also, when the power is being transmitted, the clutch shaft rotates so that the counter shaft rotates and all the gear will be rotating. Okay, and all the gears in the lay shaft as well as the main shaft will be rotating, but the power is being transmitted only when those dog clutches are engaged. You can see here 2 dog clutches are available. When these dog clutch engage the corresponding gear, that particular power will be transmitted. Okay, for example, you can see for first gear arrangement, when the driver engages the first gear, okay, the dog clutch at the second dog clutch, that means the dog clutch in the right, okay, that dog clutch will slide to a left and it will get meshed with the first gear arrangement. Okay, first gear arrangement, and the first gear power will be transmitted. Okay, and when the driver needs to engage the second gear, the clutch will be engaged, power will be disconnected, and the driver will engage the second gear. At that time, the meshed dog clutch will slide to its original position and the first dog clutch will move towards the right and it will mesh with the second gear arrangement. Okay, then for top gear, the same concept. Okay, when the power is get disconnected, the driver engages the top gear. At that time, the main shaft will directly connected with the clutch shaft and the high speed will be transmitted. For reverse gear, the second dog clutch will slide to the right and it will mixed with the reverse gear arrangement. Okay, for each and every gear, first gear, second gear, top gear as well as reverse gear, in constant mesh gearbox, there will be separate gear arrangements and all the gears are constantly meshed. The only difference is that with the help of dog clutch, the power will be transmitted. So this is a synchro mesh gearbox. Okay, this is the most common type of manual gearbox which we are using nowadays, because this is with the help of synchro mesh gearbox we can attain a smooth engagement of gear. Okay, here also it is exactly similar to constant mesh gearbox. All the gears are in will be meshed with the corresponding gears in default. The only difference is that instead of dog clutch, we will be using a synchronizer. We will be using synchronizer. The work of synchronizer is that it will rotate the gear. There will be some gear in the synchronizer, and that synchronizer will rotate and it will get meshed with the corresponding gear. Okay. So due to that, a smooth engagement of gear will be attained. At last, now it is a epicyclic gearbox. Epicyclic gearbox. In epicyclic gearbox, we can you can see that it is also called as a planetary gearbox. Here you can see we have a ring gear, sun gear as well as planet gear. With this gear, in this gearbox, we can attain automatic transmission, semi-automatic as well as automatic transmission. Using this gearbox, including one component called as a torque converter. If you include a torque converter with this planetary gearbox, multiple set of planetary gearbox, you can attain automatic gear transmission. Here, when the speed is low, is a particular set, the inside sun gear will only rotate like that. Okay, for fixing one part in this one part as component and allowing the others to rotate, we can alter the gear arrangement. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. We can see another topic in a next video. So thank you.